Good afternoon, guys. Today I wanna practice my interpretation skill, or I wanna develop my interpretation skill. So there are source content in Korean. There are Korean source content, and I'm gonna translate into English, and then maybe I will back translate it, or I will interpret it in Korean once again. Okay, let me start. I know it's quite hard job. Let me start. Today's topic is 보상체계의 아이러니. Alright, let me start. 심리적으로 볼 때 사람들은 어떤 행동을 한 후 긍정적인 결과가 따르면 행동을 반복하게 된다. In a psychological, or in a view of emotional, people tend to repeat their behavior when they see if there are positive results. The correct answer is people repeat the same. What did I say? Okay. In a view of emotion, or in a view of psychological, what's the spell? I'm not sure. Psychological. In a view of psychological, people tend to do something. No, people tend to repeat. People tend to repeat some behavior when they see if there's some flies. If there is any positive results. Okay, the correct answer is people repeat the same behavior when they know it always leads to positive outcomes. All right. People repeat the same behavior when they know it always leads to positive outcomes. 사람들은 긍정적인 결과가 있을 때에 똑같은 행동을 반복한다. Okay. Now I translate it into Korean without seeing of the Korean version. Alright. Next. 긍정적인 강화가 일어나지 않으면 행동도 장기적으로 반복하지 않는다. If there is no positive reinforcement, they don't repeat it. If there is no positive is that correct? Reinforcement, they don't repeat it. The correct answer is, in other words, okay, in other words, they don't do that. In other words, they don't do that when there is no positive reinforcement. Okay. If there is no positive reinforcement, they don't repeat it. They don't do it. Okay. I just want to make some highlights because if I use this the linking words 접속사, let me check. 네이버 영어 사전. I wanna check the exact word. 접속사. Conjunction. Yes, conjunction. This conjunction makes smooth of a linking between sentences. So, in other words, and same behavior when they know it always leads to something. Okay. In other words, they don't do that. In other words, they don't do that when there's no positive reinforcement. 다시 말해서 긍정적인 강화가 일어나지 않으면 그들은 그 행동을 하지 않는다. Okay. 그런데 이런 보상 효과는 규칙적으로 늘 일어날 때보다 가끔 띄엄띄엄 일어날 때 더 파워를 발휘한다. And these kinds of reward impact more powerful when it how can I say? But these kinds of reward impact has more powerful when there is a positive outcomes randomly rather than regularly. What did I say? But these kinds of reward impact these have more power. And these kinds of reward impact is more powerful when a positive result when there is a positive result randomly, I'm not sure the spell, randomly rather than regularly. Okay, the correct answer is and this behavioral pattern sounds more sophisticated. Okay, sounds more sophisticated. Behavioral pattern what? Pattern becomes more likely. Something is more likely when positive reinforcement occurs intermittently rather than regularly. Intermittently rather than regularly. Okay, intermittently, and this behavioral pattern. Okay, this behavioral pattern becomes more likely something. Okay. And this behavioral pattern becomes more likely when positive reinforcement occurs intermittently rather than regularly. 그리고 이러한 행동 패턴은 긍정적인 강화가 비정기적으로 일어났을 때에 이런 행동을 보일 확률이 더 높습니다. 규칙적으로 긍정 강화가 일어났을 때보다 비정기적으로 이런 행동이 비정기적으로 긍정적인 강화가 일어났을 때 이런 행동을 보일 가능성이 높아집니다. Intermittently, 간헐적으로, or intermittently. Oh, sorry, intermittently. Okay, let me move on to next sentence. 조건 형성 과정에서 행동이 일어날 때마다 강화가 일어나지 않고 특정 행동을 가끔 강화해 주는 것을 강화라고 부른다. Okay. How can I say? It called intermittently reinforcement, which is, or how can I say? 조건 형성 과정에서 in terms of or in forms of or informing of a condition. No, I think that's not correct. It called intermittently reinforcement that intermittently reinforce certain behaviors rather than regularly. Is that correct? I'm not sure. Okay, what's that? When a person, this one is a correct answer. When a person is more likely to engage in a certain behavior, when a person is more likely to engage in a certain behavior when a reward is given. Okay, when a reward is given more intermittently, it is called intermittent reinforcement. All right. 조건 형성. 오케이. 이 문장에서 지금 주어가 없어서 주어를 먼저 잡았어야 되는데. Okay. When a person is more likely, 조건 형성 과정에서 행동이 일어날 때마다, 그러니까 어떤 사람이 어떤 행동을 할 확률이 더 높다, 어떤 특정한 행동을 할 확률이 더 높다, 보상이 더 간헐적으로 주어졌을 때. Okay, when a person is more likely to engage in a certain behavior. Okay, let me try once again. I'm not sure. Where is it? Okay. 조건 형성 과정에서 행동이 일어날 때마다 강화가 일어나지 않고 특정 행동을 가끔 강화해 주는 것을 간헐 강화라고 한다. When a person is what was that? When a person is more likely to when a person is more likely to do certain behavior to do certain behavior when there is more when there is, how can I say, when the reward is when the reward is given intermittently, it is called intermittent reinforcement. When the person is more likely to engage, to engage in a certain behavior when blah 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 blah. When a person is more likely to engage in a certain behavior when the reward is given. No. Engage and given. Something is given more. Reward is given more. When the reward is given more intermittently, it is called intermediate reinforcement. 사람들은, I just wanna cover this. 사람들은 특정 행동을 사람들은 보상이 간헐적으로 일어날 때보다 특정 행동을 보일 가능성이 더 높은데 이것을 간헐적 강화라고 부른다. Okay, the next sentence is 보상이 불규칙하고 예측 불가능하게 주어질수록 강화 효과가 크다. 보상이 불규칙하고 예측 불가능하게 the more reward is unpredictable, the more impact powerful. I'm not sure. The correct answer is this effect gets stronger. Okay. This effect gets stronger. 강화 효과가 크다. This effect gets stronger when the reward is more inconsistent and unexpected. This effect gets stronger. 강화 효과가 크다. Where is the blue color or something different? 강화 효과가 크다. The effect gets stronger. Okay. This effect gets stronger when the reward is more inconsistent and unexpected. 보상이 더 불규칙하게 일어나고 예측할 수 없을 때 이러한 효과는 더 크게 나타난다. Let me try once again, maybe. 보상이 불규칙하고 예측 불가능하게 주어질수록 강화 효과가 크다. These effect gets stronger. These effect gets stronger when the reward is more inconsistent and unpredictable. Unexpected. Okay. Inconsistent and unexpected. All right. Let me move on. Next sentence is 도박이 중독성을 지니는 이유는 강화가 불규칙적으로 일어나고 한 번 딸 때 얼마를 딸지 모르는 불확실성 때문이다. The reason why gambling has addiction is 강화가 불규칙 is the reinforcement occurs inconsistent and there is and 문장 구조를 어떻게 잡아야 될까요? 도박의 중독성을 지니는 이유는 I'm not sure. What's that? Okay. This may explain why. This may explain why gambling is so addictive. People get addicted to gambling because psychological reinforcement occurs intermittently and there is uncertainty on how much they would win a bet. They would win in a bet, right? Okay. This may explain why gambling is so addictive. People get addicted to gambling because the psychological reinforcement occurs intermittently and there is uncertainty on how much they would win in a bet. 이 설명이 그 이유는 도박이 중독성을 가지는 이유는 이와 같습니다. 사람들이 도박에 중독되는데 심리적인 강화가 간헐적으로 일어나고 그 베팅에서 얼마를 따게 될지 모르는 불확실성이 있기 때문입니다. This may explain why gambling is so addictive. 도박이 중독성을 지니는 이유는 okay. This may explain why something is okay. This may explain why blah blah. 뭐뭐하는 이유는 right? This may explain why gambling is so addictive. People get addicted to gambling. Okay. Let me try once again. 도박이 중독성을 지니는 이유는 강화가 불규칙적으로 일어나고 This may explain why gambling is addictive. People get addicted to gambling. What's that? I totally forgot. This may explain why gambling is addictive. People get addicted to do gambling because psychological reinforcement occurs intermittently, and there is uncertainty on how much they would win in a bet. Okay, is that correct? This may explain why gambling is so addictive. People get addicted to gambling, just gambling, and because the psychological reinforcement occurs intermittently, and there is uncertainty on how much they would win a bet. 도박에 중독성이 있는 이유는 다음과 같습니다. 사람들은 도박에 중독되게 되는데 심리적인 강화가 간헐적으로 비정기적으로 일어나고 도박에서 얼마를 따게 될지, 얼마를 벌게 될지 모르는 불확실성 때문입니다. 이것을 심리학에서는 변동 비율, 변동 간격이라고 한다. 변동 비율? Okay. It is called 변동 비율. Reluctant. It is called reluctant ratio or changeable distance in psychological area. I'm not sure. In the language of psychological. In the language of psychological. This is called what? This is called the inconsistency. What's that? The inconsistency of reinforcement and the unpredictability of reinforcement. Okay. In the language of psychological, this is called blah blah. This is called the inconsistency of reinforcement and the unpredictable reinforcement. All right. 이것을 심리학에서는 변동 비율, 변동 가격이라고 한다. In a language of psychological, it is called the inconsistency of reinforcement and the unpredictability of reinforcement. All right. In the language of psychological, this is called the inconsistency of reinforcement and the unpredictability of reinforcement. 심리학에서는 이것을 what was that? 변동 something. 변동 비율 그리고 변동 what's that? 변동 간격이라고 한다. It's just a term, so we can write it down or we can make some list of it, right? When we need to interpret or translate it. Okay, next one is 언제 이길지, 얼마나 크게 이길지 늘 불확실하다. In gambling, there is always uncertainty on when we would win or how much we would win. Is that correct? The correct answer is what? Okay. In gambling, the interval, all right. In gambling, the interval of wins is inconsistent. Okay. And the gains are unpredictable. The gains are unpredictable. Oh, okay. This structure, this sentence's structure sounds more like English because they love to use nouns rather than just explain and just talk blah blah, right? Okay. In gambling, the interval of wins is inconsistent, and the gains are unpredictable. Okay. In games, the interval of wins is inconsistent and the gains are unpredictable. 도박에서 승리를 하게 되는 간격은 불확실하고 얼마를 따게 될지도 예측할 수 없다. Next sentence is what? 사람이 일을 하는데도 이런 원리는 적용된다. How can I say? It is applied to the system of how people working. 사람 일을 하는데도 이런 원리는 적용된다. This pattern also apply to 사람이 일을 하는데도 apply to people's workplace? I'm not sure. The correct answer is this often applies to the way. Okay. This often applies to the way people work. Okay. This often applies to the way people work. 사람이 일을 하는데도 이런 원리는 적용된다. This often applies to the way people work. Okay. 고정적인 간격으로 늘 받는 월급보다 불규칙한 간격으로 받는 보너스가 더 높은 동기를 유발하게 마련이다. For instance, a bonus given intermittently motivate. How can I say? The bonus given intermittently motivate stronger, or it has strong power. 더 높은 동기를 유발하기 마련이다. It motivates you more. Okay. The bonus given intermittently motivates you more than when you get your regular salary. The correct answer is okay. People get more motivated when they are given unexpected bonus than when they're given regular pay. Okay. People get more motivated when they're given unexpected bonus than when they're given regular pay. 사람들은 예측하지 못한 보너스를 받았을 때 정기적인 월급을 받았을 때보다 더 많은 동기부여를 받는다. Let me try once again. 고정적인 간격으로 늘 받는 월급보다 불규칙한 간격으로 받는 보너스가 더 높은 동기를 유발하게 마련이다. People get motivated more when when they are given unintermittently bonus, when they're given a bonus intermittently than when they are given a regular pay. People get more motivated. Okay, people get more motivated when they're given an unexpected bonus than when they're given regular pay. All right, let me have a break time just for a while.